The next section is hair cutting service. Please remove at least 1 inch of hair throughout the entire head by performing a layered cut of your choice using a razor and shears. You have 42 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 21 minutes remaining. Okay, you guys, so it is now time for you guys to do the hair cutting service. As you just heard me say, they do give you the option of performing any layered haircut of your choice. In this video, we're going to be doing the 90-degree haircut. You have the option of doing, for example, the 180-degree haircut, as long as you are also incorporating the use of your razor, okay? And it doesn't say when during the haircut you need to use the razor, as long as you are incorporating it. We have already completed all the face services for the practical test. We have done the eyelashes, we've done the facial, and we just recently did the waxing. So we are now at the hair cutting section. For the purpose of the video, I will be reading you guys the steps, but remember that the day of the test, they will not read you the steps. So make sure that you ask for guidance, ask for help from your instructor or your school if you have any additional questions. Remember, these videos are not perfect. They're just meant to be a simple visual to help you guys out in feeling more comfortable with this exam. So I hope you guys find this information helpful. So we are going to start. Students, you may begin. All right, so the minute they say you may begin, you are going to sanitize your hands before going into your actual kit, okay? Remember sanitizing your hands before and after. Once you've done that, you're going to open your hair cutting service bag and we are going to disinfect our station. We are disinfecting our workstation. We're going to grab that first paper towel and we're going to use it to clean. Again, we're disinfecting our workstation. We are then going to throw that into our trash, sanitize again. We will then pull our second paper towel and start laying all of our implements, okay? All of our tools and implements that are inside of our bag. We're going to lay everything out. You guys know what I usually say. Take everything out of the bag so that you know what you are working with, okay? Make sure that you are only packing the items that are absolutely only needed for this section. Therefore, you're not confused as to what is it that you're going to be doing the day of the test, okay? So we have our cutting cape, we have 4 butterfly clips, we have our cutting comb. That original bag can stay on your workstation because once we are done, we are going to then put everything, most of those items back in our original bag. Our next step is to apply our neck strip to our mannequin, then followed by our cutting cape. Okay, once you have the neck strip on your mannequin and your cutting cape, we are then going to perform a scalp analysis on our mannequin. Once you've done the scalp analysis, the following steps do not need to be performed in the following order. Again, they want to make sure that you use the razor with the guard during the haircut, that you follow a guideline throughout the haircut, that you use shears during the haircut, that the haircut is blended, and that you cut a minimum of 1 inch throughout the entire head. Afterwards, you will remove hair off your workstation and sweep hair from the floor. Once you are done and you've done your cleanup process, you will then raise your hand that you are done. Make sure that you leave the comb out and shears out for the rater to check the haircut. So we are now going to continue with the remainder. So again, you guys, based on the haircut that you have already planned on doing, make sure that you have practiced. So whether you're doing the 180-degree haircut, which are the long layers, then it's something that you have to constantly practice. Or if you're choosing to go with the 90-degree haircut, then again, make sure that you have practiced it several times prior to the day of the test. Can your mannequin be pre-cut in that haircut? Yes, it can. Just make sure that your mannequin is long enough, okay, going into the test, and that you are removing at least 1 inch. You also don't want to go too shear happy, because remember, you're going to have to perform and do the permanent waving service, and you do not want your mannequin's hair to be too short. So right now we're simply just sectioning out our mannequin into 4 sections. I'm trying to get different angles for you guys. Again, right now we're just sectioning the mannequin into 4 sections. We are going to be doing the 90-degree haircut using our razor and shears. Remember that you have your water bottle, okay, your spray bottle on your station, so you can use it to get your mannequin's hair wet. Whenever they say you may begin, we had obviously pre-prepped the mannequin. That is why it's wet. Remember, we no longer have to do a shampoo at StateBoard, so the mannequin, you will get it wet using your water bottle. Here's a back view, and what she is doing at the moment is she's leaving the perimeter around the hairline, and we are going to cut our guide with our razor. So we just decided to go ahead and get that out of the way first. Okay, so we're starting off by cutting our guide with our razor. You guys, earlier I mentioned that you have 4 clips in your hair cutting bag. Honestly, I would take 5 clips, or so that you're able to also clip the cape, you know, to prevent it from falling. I know working with the cape sometimes can be hard, and it'll slip off the mannequin's neck. If you choose to use the T-pins, okay, the ones that you clip into the neck, you are able to use those. Just make sure that you are discreet about it. They don't mind if you use them. Just make sure you know how to use them properly. Or you can use a clip just like shown here on the video. Of course, don't forget to incorporate your neck strip as well. So right now we're just cutting our guide, okay, the perimeter around the mannequin's head with our razor. Remember, you have to incorporate the razor during the haircut, whether you do a 180, a 90, even a 45-degree angle haircut, you have to incorporate the razor. So make sure that you choose a haircut that you are comfortable with and you've practiced several times. It is okay to move the mannequin around facing you, okay, if needed. Don't be afraid to do that. Also, making sure that your hair is wet throughout will make the haircut a lot easier for you. So use your supplies as you need them. We are now done with our razor, so we are now going to be picking up our shears and continuing the haircut. So what we're doing is horizontal partings and then working ourselves up the head. Make sure that you are keeping the elevation of your hands, okay, and the hair in mind throughout the haircut. They give you 42 minutes for the haircut. Should be plenty of time to finish. Again, make sure that you are practicing whatever haircut you decide to go with. Again, whether it's 180, 90 degree, or 45-degree angled haircut, it does have to be a layered cut, and you have to incorporate your razor. Remember, if you need to work in smaller sections to avoid losing your guide, then do so. We are slowly working ourselves up. Remember that as you are working throughout the head, you continue to check your own haircut. So always cross-check your haircut to make sure it is even throughout. We are now on the side. All right, we are now moving to the front of the head. Remember to keep the hair wet. Again, they give you 42 minutes and they will let you know when you have 21 minutes remaining. Once you're done with the haircut, make sure that you go back and you check through it, making sure that it is even throughout. Again, this is a step that you will perform yourself. Once you're done checking your haircut, you can then continue to removing all hair off the workstation and off the floor. Remember that they will provide you with a dustpan and a broom, so make sure that you are collecting and using, again, dustpan and a broom to remove all hair off the floor. Now, remember to leave your shears and a cutting comb out. Once you're done disinfecting your workstation and removing all the hair off the floor, you are going to raise your hand and the raider will most likely check the haircut. Once you picked up all your items that were used, you can simply throw them into your trash bag. Remember that if you choose to place that original bag with everything back into your kit, you need to sanitize your hands first and then open your kit. So right now we are going into our paper towel bag and we are disinfecting our workstation. Again, we're getting all the hair off of our workstation. Once you have your station clean, you can then continue to sweep the floor. Again, make sure that you have your shears and your comb out for the raider to use. Once you raise your hand, sweep around our station. Remember that the purpose of these videos are not to replace any teaching from a licensed establishment. It is simply to help you guys have a good representation, a good visual of what to expect the day of the test. So I hope all of this information is helpful. Once you're done with that, you will sanitize your hands one last time and you will raise your hand that you are done. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring has been completed for this section. Thank you. That is it for this section, you guys. I hope you found it helpful and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.